My advice would probably be don't go around calling the captain a Karen. That's pretty good advice.
Oh, maybe that's good. Maybe
yeah.
That's a good idea.
On radio.
Yeah.
No.
We are each other one.
You just ignored me twice.
Nice.
What do you mean
Jack.
ignore you twice? But we are collecting evidence, man. What are you talking about?
I heard him call for you, Jack.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear.
Dispatch 245, I'm going to be going 10-7 for the PD meeting.
Listen, my advice is you respect the rank, not the man, okay?
10-6.
I know, and at the time I respect the rank, but the rank didn't respect me, and they berated against my command against me, and the only person who was listening to my chain of command.
Shit happens, man. That's the reality of chain of command.
Yeah, you know, it's the worst part. And what I was trying to say in the end of this, what I was trying to bring up the subject is when I was going to this chain of command, the only person who was literally listening to me and was trying to understand my point of view of what was happening was a chief. And that's the most depressing part. Because I have nobody. I just in this situation, I just figure I have nobody to go to speak about anything. Nobody.
Damn,
if the only person is a chief, I'm never gonna speak to him because there's like 5 ranks before I gonna speak to him. I was literally waiting 24 hours before my chain of command is gonna go to the chief. I'm gonna speak to him.
Well, good luck, Jack. Whatever happens, man. Good luck out there, pal.
All right. Thank you, Derek. I have percent 510-8.
Does Jack realize who he is?
Is it the 9?
You're not going to the meeting?
I'm going to the meeting. I know, just because
Come
we
to the
get
meeting.
enough evidence. You know, I mean,
I'm gonna assume that was some decent.
I'm gonna go and sit in the meeting room, I think.
Coming.
I'm gonna go sit in there.
680, same traffic.
Two 245-009.
Send it.
Did you get that stuff sorted with idiot?
It's like an agree to disagree situation, I think. He sees our point of view, I see his. It's not gonna change anything there.
Okay.
I just for negotiations, I really don't.
I agree. Yeah, it means best start sheep. You better get to it, buddy. Better get hopping. You got 5 minutes. It's enough time for a cup of tea. I'll hold it down, guys. I'll hold the city down. It's not like I've got more important things to do or anything, you know, like investigating potential suspicious activity with the judiciary. You know, I've got a fucking terrorist organization to fucking take down, you know? But I'll hold it down. I'll fucking hold it down, dude. He puts evidence in. Hey, Bongo! Listen, pal, I think there's a big meeting about to start. But I think it's on the projector. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's actually in the meeting. I think it's on Zoom. You know how to use Zoom? Take that as a no. Yeah. I think King's in there. You know, maybe you could sit on his lap and watch on the screen.
Oh, God.
What you spoke about last night? I think I know already, but I'll look forward to it.
Hey, buddy, unfortunately, I forget.
Oh, yeah. Incidents. $15 charges, 17 charges, 680 months. God damn. I need to go get a drink. Do. Evidence bag. Should all be good. What did I want to do? Oh, yeah, possessions. Is there anything interesting on them?
Not for me, but you never got one.
Coop's keys. Nothing of particular interest. All right, chat. I'm gonna run to the loo and get myself a drink. So I'll be back in the mo. Sail! Thank you for the raid, buddy. Hope you had a good stream, dude. Enjoy the meeting? I guess so. Bad timing, but I need to run to the bathroom, so I'll see you in a minute. I'm back. Sorry, chat. I had to help Corky bring something upstairs. Baby Sock's moving into a crib. Oh. A proper crib, dude. Has it been 6 months already? What the fuck? Oh. You have to do, that's what you do. Oh, did I miss anything? Gotta let the rest of the marshals on. Marshals, no. Sure. What is the time in UTC right now? Because it's changed, isn't it? Because we're in British summertime. Okay, so it's an hour behind though. Unfortunately, but oh god, that was mean it's 2 hours ago. 1300. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. There we go. I do plan on being around later, Becca, so it probably will happen. I got myself a cup of tea because I'm not feeling too hot. My throat hurts. I got a bit of a headache. I think Baby Sock's giving me the fucking leggy. Someone put keep clear on it. That's pretty funny, dude. Don't say Baby Sock has the plague. Please don't say that. Sharing is caring. Well, listen, until I fucking had a child, I didn't get, like, sick like this. Like, I would be, like, ill, like, in a different way. But, like, actually, like, just having, like, a fucking snotty nose and shit. And a sore throat. Like, it was, like, once a year, if that. And already, in 6 months, I've had, like, 3 colds. And then that one time we had the flu. But I better not fucking have the flu again. It really fucked me up last time. My voice was gone for, like, a month. But... Right, everybody's in the meeting, so there's not much we can do there, is there, pal? I think we need to go write some reports, I think. Yeah, I saw yeah, the flu shot. Yeah, we ain't gonna be making that mistake again. So come next flu season, we're gonna shot up. But although I think you have to pay. Also, don't tell anybody, okay? Because I haven't announced it yet. But I've started cooking up some ideas for the next D&D session, or I guess campaign. I've started cooking. And listen, if we do end up doing it, which I think we probably will soon, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be fun, but it'll be different because, like, when we did it before, I had fucking 12 sessions to get those guys from a fucking start of the story to the end of the story. But when you do a fucking full campaign, man, I don't have to rush. We can take our time. Ooh. Anchor for D&D fix. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil anything. Character arcs, hell yeah. More big bad evil guys. Yep. Oi. Yeah, when we, like, talking of backstory stuff, we touched on... I'm trying to think whose backstories we touched on. We touched on Enna's. Enna's was pretty, like... Which was Sunstone's. Hers kind of linked in quite a bit to elements of the story. Pip, not really, because I don't... I didn't really get a Pip backstory. I can't actually remember what Pip wrote. What Kirby wrote for Pip. Let me see. I feel like I remember, like, reaching out to him. Yeah, I remember. I got 3 lines of backstory. All in capital letters. And that was it. And then, like, fucking Ziggy and Sunstone with, like, fucking 10 pages of backstory. So yeah, we didn't really do much Pip. We did a little bit of Chuck because, like, we got the... Yeah, we got some stuff with Chuck in Balinor with the Dragonborn lady. And then we got some more stuff with Chuck at fucking... How have I forgotten my own city name? Wow. That's really happened, huh? Damn. My brain has emptied over the past 6 months. In the dead city. What the... Why can't I remember? That's embarrassing. Then Zaxxon we didn't really touch on much. What else? Gabriel we got a little bit. And then that's everybody, right? It's 5. So we got a lot to explore, man. We got a lot to fucking explore. So we might campaign on the DM. I don't know. You create my backstory and then get in put through the ringer. Dude, that's the best part, man. That's the best part. Chris has done that. Chris did that for me during our campaign, and I think I did my job. But why have I still got this outfit on? We can change outfits here. I forgot. Espinosa's writing a search warrant? Chaz Diaz, huh? I like that. You don't forget the first time I played D&D and my friends killed my character in the first session by sacrificing her to a cult that was dedicated to the movie Buffalo Boy starring Jake Gyllenhaal. What the fuck? Because I don't know what kind of fucking D&D you were playing, dude, but that's pretty cooked.
Well, you're gonna have to make it up to me big time. Hey, it was your damn recommendation, not mine.
Yeah, Rhea did nearly kill you guys, yeah. That did happen. Right, let's go get changed. Yep, sounds like a good outfit name. What did I call the other one I was wearing? Nope. This one? Nope. Funeral. Okay. It is time. We need to write some reports about this whole Beric thing. DOC guard negligent duties and behaviors. So. Tell me, down. Interesting. Okay. I can't believe this, dude. Screenshot from export is fine. I'm so interested to know now. What reports of mine have been exported without me knowing it? I'm so interested. Wait. Wait. Pause it. What was that report? Flick through notebook. Pause it. Pause this music. Skipper, the skipper one. 12927. Incident 12927. This one. But let me hold on. Let me do it this way. Let me make a report. Make it a state marshal report. Judge Beric Johnson. Concerns regarding okay, and I'm gonna export this, right? And it's gonna copy a link to my clipboard there. Okay. That's gonna work. Okay, yeah. But then if I wanna go wait, I need to export an incident. Okay. I don't know. Go to delete. There's always going to be one of these. Why has this one got Larry Knox on it? I can't export this one. I don't know. Find me one that I've made. Probably a long time ago. Okay, didn't work. Yeah, I never push charges on this. Wait, why can't I export incidents? Huh? Is this... Can I export an incident? No, it doesn't matter. Let's just test it. Then I get to 12927. Not found. I think it's because I need to put incident beforehand. Not found. Okay. I want to know what it's fucking like when you export an incident, man. Why can't I export? I don't know. Is that an issue with the MDT? Or is it an issue with the marshals? Let's have a look. No, it's definitely an issue with the marshals. Let me go to tags FOIA process, right? So I know this is 100% one that's been processed. So I can grab the incident. Let me see if this works. Okay, I think I'm putting it in wrong. I don't know what the FOIA request is for an Oh, I know how to do this. If I go onto the docket and then I get to like one of the cases, I should be able to see. So if I go to like people versus Lang Buddha, there should be like incidents. I should be able to grab the link. Okay, I know how to do it now. Wait, are these all like this? Wait, what the fuck? Okay, I'm learning quickly. But the incidents are different. Who's 1010? Is that like a certain person? Oh, I see. So it exports for a certain... Okay, what about if I don't do that?
Lima 39, 1042.
Wait, am I an idiot?
Wonderful day. Please do look after yourselves. Goodbye.
The export button's over here.
Have a good night.
I'm such an idiot. Okay, 1297. 1297. So it would have been Skipper Jones 7475. So it'd be incidents 12927. 12927, and then it'd be 7475. Okay, that's not found. So that hasn't been exported. You know, it would help if I put in the right number. 12927. Not found. Okay, let me try. What's the other? 17813. Not found. 17854. Okay, so this report has not been exported. To the best of our knowledge. Was it promoted from a report? 1984. Okay, that might... Huh? 480. Well, this wouldn't do anything anyway, because there's nothing in here. That's even more concerning. Because this hasn't been... Rose Thorne. I don't know who that is. Fly in nerd. Okay, we need to get in contact with Rose. I need to write this down. So Rose So there's limited access to the recording. Is that new? Like, did she change that? Or did only certain people get access? Who had access? Did you look through Sparky's phone? If you're referencing the interrogation, no, we looked through the Faceless's phone. Their phone records we subpoenaed, and we saw that Sparky had phone calls between the Faceless and them. So that's why we questioned him. Wait. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Hold on. Well, either idiot or fucking thingamabob on this list that I don't remember them being. No, it was Michael Manx and Forehead were the two from thingamabob. Because we said to SK we're gonna look through his phone. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, we haven't done that yet. Because we've still got a bunch more people to speak to. We did do it to Bruce, but we just got his contact number. I'm trying to cook up what we want to do. Because there's so many different fucking angles going on right now. Okay. Let's focus on the barrack thing for now. We don't want to get fucking lost in the sauce, you know? So let's do that first. Okay, the date we're making this is 25, 33. Concerns. Field Marshal Dark. Field Director. I keep doing that. Field Director Dark and officers on the Edgar Castillo case have concerns over involvement in the case because of conflicts of interest and also with the house arrest situation and following. Okay. Just tag it up. State Marshal. DOJ, I guess. So. Free pass. So. Faceless. I'll remove the trip. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Alrighty. So we need to put some stuff in here. So what are the facts? Well, supposedly Beric placed Lang with Edgar, even though Lang didn't want bail. I'm just gonna bullet point everything, get everything down. Gravy expressed his concerns with Beric / Judge. Beric said Gravy didn't. Beric didn't know about the faceless situation, which is an interesting thing that he said, I guess, unless he was referencing specifically the kidnapping. Beric, Edgar must have been the one to inform and the request Beric for the house arrest extension. Beric meeting Edgar, even though he has connection with his case. Apparently, Oshira visiting, even though she is a witness. Tampering? Question mark. Aaron doesn't know why the extension was only till 4:30. Who does not think is under the faces more than the others? Yeah, Edgar and Tripass, 100%. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? Chaos Legion, pretty likely. Besties, very likely. Who else? I'm drawing blanks. You know what? Let's have a look at the report. It's been... How has this been going on for like 3 months already? Isn't that crazy? Tripper, Cyprus. Cyprus is a big one. Yep. Besties. I mean, Matthew Colby. We have like direct confirmation that he's been involved. So... Yeah. Who's been on here? Craig was on here? What did he add? What did he change? Craig? Man or no? I don't think we've had anything to do with the manor, though. Fuck, I remember something. I think we might have had somebody linked with it at some point from the manor, from an incident, but I can't remember who or where that was. So definitely not on the radar, really. Okay, what am I doing? Why did Craig edit this? Yeah, it kind of goes and it don't it, so here is a message. Speak. And what am I looking for? Text diff. Diff checker. That and love forever. And then why can't I copy and paste this? Hey, Doctor.
Hey, Doc. I'm about to share you a report that I made for Barrett. I'm keeping it
Okay.
private for the time being. It was going to go in investigative reports. I just want to check. Judges can see all the marshals' investigations, can't they?
As far as I'm aware, no. They can't. It's on
Okay,
Craig's word there, so they can't see it.
Okay, is it just justices that can then?
I think it's justices might be able to, yeah.
Okay, if it's not judges, it'll be okay. But I'll wait and check in with Faulkner when he's about, or Sean. I'm about to share you this report anyway. Okay, 158HU, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I've shared your report now. I don't want to discuss it on the phone just in case someone's listening in. Can
Right.
I come over to you?
Yeah, I'm up at the observatory, mate.
Observatory. Okay, I'll see you soon.
See you soon, mate. Bye-bye. He's titled it the same way I did. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? He titled it the same way I did. Why is there so many people tied to this? Requested the report. Wyatt Turner, as my commander, needed informed that trusted member of High Command that would have said I'm crazy if she thought it. Lead Detective Aaron, yeah. Snoopy? Great. Alright. This is well written. Okay. I have some concerns about Judge Brett Johnson's involvement in the Lang Buddha case that Sergeant Opal Price is prosecuting, and I've provided some advice for. Give me 2 seconds, chat. All right. So, 29th to the 3rd, bail conditions were posted by Opal. This is the Lang case. Masters called Judge Knuckles in regards to the bail conditions posted on the docket. And quite if his position allowed to accept or deny the conditions. Magistrate couldn't. Danielson could. He approves bail. The bail hearing is about to happen. Oh, Opal Price received a message that bail hearing has to happen. This means that the case now moving away from the standard process. When told this by Opal, I meant along the lines that this was unusual and questioned why there was suddenly a bail hearing, even though the DOJ had already accepted and set terms of the bail. Oh, this is like, yeah. This is a long time later. Bail hearing conducted with both judges Sean Danielson and Barrett Johnson covering the proceedings. Again, this felt unusual, as Judge Danielson is more than qualified to oversee the hearing alone. When I arrived at the public parking area on Roy Lowenstein Boulevard and Instance Boulevard, there were 2 individuals standing under the tree at the gate that leads to the Marshal Office parking area. As I was passing them, I heard their conversation, and Tony Corleone was overheard stating, "Let's leave these here, we may need them later." They then noticed that I walked past them and must have picked up what they placed down as I went back to check as it was clear of anything. Probably a gun, let's be honest. The bail hearing proceeded, and the only non-standard bail condition requested was no contact with the 2 surviving victims, Larry Knox and Renato Ortiz. Okay, so I assume that was from the PD side of things. When the judges come out of deliberation and announced bail conditions, there were 3 non-standard conditions. The no contact requested by the prosecution. Psych eval required. This was requested by prosecution in the trial docket posting. Yeah. There was then one that deviated from anything requested. Lang would be on house arrest, location to be organized after discussions. Okay. So nobody requested it, but it happened. I mean, that's fine. Judges can do that shit, you know, I guess. Due to my concerns, I looked into the situation a little bit. Spoke to Grayson. with an E. I said then he talked with the DJ about why Judge Berwick pushed a bail hearing after it being accepted by the court. There'd been no information about that. He said it can easily be seen as Berwick overstepping his position. I mentioned bail conditions that hadn't been requested. Again, this could have been as overstepping. I mentioned about 2 people on trial for separate murders and thus potentially violent being held in the same house. That does not always have oversight. It's a good point, man. He said this could be easily seen as reckless and open to action being taken for the decision. After there, nothing to stop them harming each other. Oh. Hello?
Hey, Richard. I think I'm at the door to your marshal office.
All right, I'll come get you.
Okay, cheers.
Bye-bye. Come on in. There you go.
Hello.
All right, mate. Yeah, I've just been reading
this
your
is-
report. I can't lie. I was in the process of writing one with similar concerns.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As I said to Barrett, I thought I may have been overcooking with it when I started having worries. But I was like, I got to talk this out and see if I'm just crazy. And he's like, no, there's red flags.
100% there is, yeah. Okay, walk me. I've already started reading it, so just walk me through it. Good dog.
I think I'm having a bad time today. Okay, let's see. So basically, we got the docket posting, went through standard procedure for the bail conditions. All fine. It was signed off on. All fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then Opal gets contacted by Beric saying there's a bail hearing. Didn't even say who it was for, just said there's a bail hearing. She assumed it was for Lane because, of course, it was the only one she was working on that would have had a bail conditions applied to them. So she was confused why she was being called to a hearing, and she told me about it, and I was confused and trying to figure out what the hell was going on. With that, we go to the hearing. It was all done. 2 conditions added, which were fine. There was the no contact for his victims, and there was the adding the psyche file that was requested on the troll posting to make sure he's fit for troll. That became part of his bail. Then there was the adding in that he would be under house arrest, which was never discussed with the PD before that decision was made. So you got a hearing coming out of nowhere, being ordered by a judge that wasn't involved originally. You've got bail conditions being added without seeing if it could actually be accommodated with the PD. And then you have him being put in the same house as someone that's on trial for murder in a different case. You could then bring up the fact that they're in different gangs could incite violence between them, but I don't think there's any history of Tripas and Cyprus being violent towards each other, but it's still a worry. Looking further into it, I contacted Nathaniel Grayson to see if there was any communication within the judge channels as to why the bail hearing was requested, and there wasn't. He thought it was overstepping Beric's power by suddenly going against procedure. There's the fact that added bail conditions no one requested. This is probably within something that the DOJ think they are able to do, and so do I, but Grayson said it could be seen as overstepping if it wasn't something that was discussed within the hearing and just decided. It it was never explained to Opal why Beric is involved, and though she had the same idea to put them in a house together, the two people that would have been under house arrest for different cases, she said at the time it was a crazy idea. The judge that was working on the bail originally has no idea why Beric got involved and said there had to be a hearing. And all the ideas of it there being a house arrest and the location came from Beric again. And then you have Beric extending Edgar's house arrest so that they would be in the property together for a longer period without discussing it with the parole officer or
Yeah.
anyone in the PD. So there's 4 points that I've added in that are the big things is